Hey YouTube, this is Tom at TM Aquatics, and I hope everyone is having a great day. It has been a while since I've done any type of fish room update or tour. So in today's video, I thought I would take you around and show you all 19 tanks currently up and running back here in the fish room. Of course, I do have tanks out in the rec room as well, but in interest of time, we'll just focus on the tanks back here in the fish room. A lot of changes, new breeding projects, new fish, more L134 leopard frog Pleco fry. But this one could get a little long. Grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get started. Alright YouTube, we're going to start out with my shrimp tanks. This is my 24 karat goldenback yellow neocaridina shrimp tank. I've been selling a lot of these 24 karat goldenback yellows. Always have a bunch of females. There's always a bunch of fry. You can see some back on the glass. Over here on the sides there's a bunch as well. But I've been selling quite a few of these. They've been a very, very popular color of neocaridina from me. And this line in particular has been breeding very, very true and consistent. All a very, very bright yellow. This is not color enhanced at all. That is the natural color of these yellows. They are just popping. But this is by far my favorite line that I currently have. Always doing well, but the adult colony, I'm probably down to maybe 50 to 60 adults in here. And like I said, I've been selling quite a few. And with that, I've been selling some adults, and so my breeding population is kind of taking a hit. So currently I am not offering the yellow goldenback yellow neocaridinas for sale until the population rebounds a little bit. It's still very healthy. It's just not where it's been, but this has been an excellent line of shrimp for me. Moving next door, this is my tangerine tiger tank. And I have a bunch of tangerine tigers, and they have not been selling nearly as well as the yellow goldenback yellow neos. And not sure why that is, but this is a real good line of tangerine tigers. I have a lot of them. I'm not shipping right now. I do sell these for, I think it's $35 for 10, and I don't really sell the adults, but I have so many adults in here that I probably will need to start selling some of the adults. I've been selling them at our local club auction. The line is really healthy. Haven't had any issues with these. An occasional dead shrimp or two here and there like everybody experiences. But yeah, not quite sure why this line really hasn't been selling. I think they're a fantastic shrimp. Very, very hardy, very aggressive eaters. And like most shrimp, very prolific as well. But my tangerine tiger shrimp. Alright YouTube, directly underneath the tangerine tiger tank I have my Bloody Marys, and this has been a real solid line for me. The coloration on these shrimp have been fantastic. I have done a little bit of culling. About every 2 or 3 out of 100 baby shrimp are lacking the coloration. They come out with like a clear carapace, and those go into a cull tank. But I am starting to get a little concerned that maybe at some point this line of Bloody Marys was contaminated at the breeder, because they were sold to me as high quality Bloody Marys, but some of them do look a little bit more like painted fire red. Some of them have that very distinct line down the center of their back. And I don't know if that's a trait that is really carried by the Bloody Mary line. I don't know. I'm not a shrimp guy, so if we have any experienced shrimpers on watching this video, if you can let me know if you've ever seen a Bloody Mary with that distinctive line down the center of their back, I'd greatly appreciate it. But if I find that this line has been contaminated, I'll just start selling them as really red shrimp, because they are very, very red. But anyways, these are my Bloody Marys, what I'm calling my Bloody Marys. And if I find out they're contaminated, I'll get rid of them and start over. But not a big deal. They're still very, very red. Alright YouTube, and directly below the Bloody Marys I have my Blue Dreams. And this population has taken a hit as well. I've sold quite a few. I've tried to do a little culling, but I really haven't worked this line too much. So I do get all types of quality blue shrimp out of here. Some of them very rarely, but every once in a while I'll get one that looks more like a blue jelly. Sometimes I get one that looks more like a black rose, so it really varies. But again, this fish room is focused on Plecos. I really don't focus a lot of time or energy on the shrimp. I just keep some of my favorite colored shrimp, Neocaradinas of course, and sell them at our club auctions and things like that. But anyways, these are also not for sale. Population has kind of taken a hit, as I mentioned. I sold some at the auction, so a little bit low, and but as you can see, I definitely have some buried females in there. But this here is my blue dream tank, and might be, I don't know, maybe 100 or so adults in there. Might be a few less than that, but anyways, these are my blue dreams. Alright YouTube, the newest tanks back here in the fish room are my two new 75-gallon tanks, and they are on a DIY 2x6 constructed stand. And the top tank here is for my L264 Sultan Plecos. There's a total of 8 of them in here. I have 6 juveniles like this here, and they're putting on some nice size. They've all grown about maybe 3/4 of an inch since I got them, but I just recently picked up a pair of wild-caught adults. This is the male, and that is the female over there. But they are definitely breeding size. It's just a matter of getting them settled in, getting them comfortable, giving them the right high-quality foods, and doing lots and lots of water changes. I hope to have them breeding within about 3 months, maybe 4 months, but that's the hope anyways. The dither fish in here are some homegrown, home-raised Plecos rainbow fish. There's about 15 or 16 in here total. But those were homebred here. A little bit of scaping left to do on this tank. Need to get some more plants. I have some new caves that are a little more size appropriate for the Sultans, but they are an absolutely stunning Pleco. Now down below, this is my L397 tank. And I know this one's always hanging out over there outside that circle cave. You can see his tail hanging out. The dither fish in here, I have 3 different types of tetras, some rummy nose, green neons, and a bunch of ember tetras. And they just add a lot of color, a lot of movement, and probably like to add a few more green neons to this group. I think that'll look good. Maybe another 8 to 10, maybe another dozen. I think that'll look fantastic. But anyways, the 397s have been doing great. Not going to be able to see them. They're kind of incognito. There's one up in the driftwood there. You can see them moving around. There's one underneath the driftwood center frame. If you zoom in or you look at that, you can see them. But there's a total of 8 L397s in here, and I have no doubt that these will be spawning sometime this summer. And really looking forward to that. Now, even though both of these 75-gallon tanks are on an automatic water change system. This is right here. You can see the irrigation line coming in, and that's where the water comes into this tank. Same thing up above. Even though each one of these tanks is on an automatic water change system, I do have to get in here still and do a little gravel vacuuming. And I get in here and gravel vac maybe once every 2 weeks. I'll just gravel vac like maybe 5 or 10 gallons of water out. But other than that, the automatic water change system on these tanks have been working out great, and the water is always spot on. 264s and the 397s. Okay, so back over here on the shrimp rack, I have 240 breeders, and this tank here I am setting up for a new breeding project for my CW009 green laser cories. I now have 12 of them in the fish room. 5 are in quarantine right now. They'll be in quarantine for another 3 weeks or so. And the other 7 are in with my L333s. But I will be putting them in this 40 breeder, and the focus of this tank will be for the green laser cories. Now I do have a young pair of Queen Arabesque L260 Plecos in here. And even though the male is over in that red cave there, but even though they are still really small and really young, they've already spawned for me once. It wasn't a successful spawn. And I do have some blue-eyed ancistrus in all my tanks for my cleanup crew. But It was an unsuccessful spawn. I didn't get any fry out of these, but the female should be coming down on eggs again here real soon, in probably another week and a half to 2 weeks. So I do expect a second spawn from them, and you know, I'll be watching that real close. But yeah, I'm getting this set up for the green laser cories, and that'll be a new breeding project. The leaves in here are just locally collected oak leaves. I collect them from a local park, and they don't use any herbicides or pesticides, but I go out and collect a bunch of oak leaves, boil them, dry them, and then store them, so I have a constant source of free leaf litter for tanks when I need them. And what I like about these oak leaves is they don't break down like a Indian almond leaf or the catappa leaves. They don't break down nearly as fast. They also don't add a ton of tannins to the water. So if you're looking for tannin stained water, don't get oak leaves. If you just want a bunch of leaf litter for your little plecos or catfish to rummage through, go out in your backyard, go to your park, go wherever you can find some that aren't hit with herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, all that stuff, and collect yourself some free leaf litter. Anyways, up above, these are my gold ocellatus. They're always doing well, and as you can see, always making babies. Nothing new, nothing exciting to report here with the gold ocellatus. Just a really, really fun fish and a fun tank. If you're interested in gold ocellatus, I do have some available on sale at getgills.com. Over here, the 5 20-gallon grow-out tanks. Up here in this grow-out box right now, a bunch of my blue-eyed ancestral bushy nose. These are not bred on purpose in this fish room, but anybody that keeps bushy nose plecos knows if you have a male and a female, just like guppies, and you add water, you get babies. I'm gonna do my best to grow them out. Don't really make any money on blue-eyed ancestral, but I do trade them into my local fish store. But there's, I think, between 40 to 45 total in here. And then in this tank is mainly a bunch of yellow cobra endlers. I bought 14 fry at a club auction back in October, and now I have hundreds, and I don't know what to do with them because I really don't want them. They were going to be dither fish up with my L46 zebras, but I decided not to add any dithers to the zebra tank. And now I have a bunch of yellow cobra endlers in the fish room, and no idea what to do with them. Anyways, moving along, a bunch of gold ocellatus. These are the ones that are ready for sale. These are all an inch plus. Fantastic group of little fry. So if you're interested, check out Get Gills. Get in touch with me. I'm only shipping express right now. I'm only shipping these. I'm not shipping shrimp or anything else right now. Only these old gold ocellatus, and those ship express mail until it warms up a little bit more. Over here, there's a bunch of more gold ocellatus, 40 to 45 in this tank, and then another 40 to 45 over here in this tank. So lots and lots of gold ocellatus shell dwellers in the fish room. Over here in this 20 breeder, I'm still growing out some blue-eyed ancestral. I also have my Santa Claus Dumbo Ear guppies. I'm just about done with the Santa Claus guppies in the fish room. I've had them forever, for months and months and months, and I've never got a single fry out of them. The females love to eat their fry. So as soon as they lay a baby, they turn around and they eat it. And really disheartening. So I'm not gonna, if I can't just put a guppy in a tank and have the babies, I'm not gonna go through the work and the effort to, you know, put them in a separate fry saver breeding box, things like that. That's not the focus of this fish room. And I just don't have the time to do that stuff. I'm focused more on the plecos. But anyways, over here on the pleco rack, these are the zebra plecos. Nothing new to report here other than they're getting big. They're putting on some really, really nice size, and they are extremely healthy. And I'm super excited because I'm almost 100% certain I have boys and girls in here. So just a matter of finishing, you know, their grow out and giving them time, and hopefully within 9 months to a year, we'll start seeing some baby zebra plecos here in the fish room. Still might add a couple more to this group though. There's only 8. I would like to add maybe a couple more. But anyways, down below, the L134 Leopard Frog Plecos. Pretty exciting day here, only because I just discovered this male here. You can see his tail quivering. He is excited. He has a willing female in his cave, and he has only been able to spawn with a female one time. All the other spawns have come from a male down in this red cave. In fact, he just spawned with a female last night. And like the 5 previous spawns, he's eaten all of the eggs. And I shouldn't say it, now he's eaten 6 out of the last 7 spawns. So he's developed a really fine taste for expensive caviar. I do have some fry up in this breeder box right here. And the only reason I have these fry is I was able to pull the eggs out within an hour or two of the spawn taking place. So I got to these before he got hungry. There's a total of 20 up here. And they've been in this fry box now for a couple of weeks, week and a half, couple weeks anyway, something like that. But there's 20 L134 Leopard Frog Pleco fry in here. He's already eaten the eggs here, but he's got a female in here, and I'm really excited because he was a good dad. Out of the other fry that I have, I think he gave me the biggest batch, and that was 27, I believe. Now, he did have a female trapped in that cave, or in a cave here, I don't know, a month ago, and I posted it on my Instagram website, my Instagram page, and sadly, that female did not spawn with him and refused to spawn with him. But he had her trapped in there real good, but he ended up slicing her belly open in 2 places fatally, and she did not survive that trapping. So these Pleco trappings can be extremely brutal. Both the male and the female can come out of it just torn up, especially if they're not willing. So I hope she's going to cooperate with him because I really don't want to lose another breeding female. That was a really sad day here in the fish room, but the good news is we have about 60 fry that we're raising up, so we have plenty of more L134 on the way. But it just is, it is what it is. It's part of the process. But yeah, you can see he's excited, and so am I. I hope he has a good spawn with her. Down below, this is my L333 tank, 7 adults, 5 juveniles. Of the adults, 5 are confirmed males, which is really upsetting. The last 2, one is a confirmed female, and the other one I wasn't able to ID, but I think it might be a female. The juveniles, too young to sex. Good news is I have a source that will sell me some adult L333 females. They will hand select some females for me, and I'll add some new DNA to this tank, so I might do that here next month. Here's some of my green lasers in here. They will be moved over to the 40 breeder. There's 7 green lasers in here. And this water, the green lasers are doing fine, but I keep this tank at 82 degrees right now, and that's probably about 4 degrees warmer than these green lasers really like it. The ditherfish, some albino red guppies. Not a lot, but enough to keep the group going. But anyways, these are my L333s. All right, the last rack on the top is my 20 long grow out. This has my L134 Leopard Frog Pleco fry. There's anywhere between 35 to 40 in here, and they're doing really good. You can see they're growing nice, the beautiful colors, beautiful patterns. I'm going to be keeping anywhere from 12 to 15 of these for a second group of L134 Plecos. And any future fry will be sold, as well as whatever fry are left out that I don't hand pick for my next group for myself. And when these become available, I will probably list them on getgills.com on my storefront there. So you can also send me a private message on Instagram or email me. And if you're interested in L134 Leopard Frog Pleco fry, and I'm not shipping yet. I'm not shipping these until it warms up a little bit more. But if you're interested, maybe we can work something out. Again, the leaf litter in here, just local oak leaves. I just want to point out, see this catappa leaf right here? You see how broken down that is? Great for growing biofilm and stuff like that, but if you just want leaf litter in your tank, these break down really fast. These were put in here, that was put in here the same time. Actually, no, that was added after I had the oak leaves in here. And the oak leaves don't even look like they've broken down at all. and that catappa leaf is almost completely disintegrated. That's why I like using oak leaves. Really gives these little baby plecos a sense of security and safety, so they can come out and feed and feel like they can't be seen and all that kind of cool stuff. But these guys are doing fantastic. Currently about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches, but they're doing great. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous little babies. All right, down below this 20 long here, this is a Colt tank for my shrimp. Really only have some culls in here, some Bloody Marys. That's a Bloody Mary cull, believe it or not. It looks like kind of like a red really almost. Very clear carapace. Grown out a bunch of Anubias Nana Petite, and that's doing absolutely fantastic. A couple pieces of Bucephalandra in here. The lighting, just a cheap LED floodlight off eBay for $9. So if you're only growing these low light plants, you don't need to go out and buy a Fluval 3.0 for $200 unless you feel like wasting your money. $10 light will work just as good. Looks fantastic though, the Anubias Nana Petite anyway. So this was originally going to be a blue-eyed royal blue orange eye tiger shrimp tank, and I still might add those in here at some point. I just kind of been busy with other stuff. It also might turn into a Pistogramma triple red tank, so we'll see. Anyways, and then down below finally the quarantine tank. This is my 29 gallon. I have my last video I talked about these fish, so I really won't get into it in too much detail. I have 7 platinum pearl scale angels in here, and then I have 2 different types of cories, some corridor cycries. There's 10 of them. There they are right there. There's a few of them. Then in the back there you might have seen that green laser. There's a couple green lasers. I have 5 green lasers. I might end up going back and picking up some more green laser cories, just a couple more. But these are all going through quarantine. They entered this tank on the 9th of March, so they have a few weeks to go, and but they're all doing really good. No signs of any parasites, worms, anything intestinal, nothing. So far everybody looks nice and healthy. So that's the newest addition. But anyways, with that being said, we're gonna wrap up this video. Just a quick update on everything happening back here in the fish room. More L134 fry, really excited about that. Lots of ocellatus. Check out getgills.com and the TM Aquatics storefront if you're interested in some shell dwellers. And I'm really excited to start the new CW009 green laser breeding project down here. The shrimp are all doing fantastic. Couldn't be happier with everything in the fish room right now. Really looking forward to growing or spawning these 2 over here, these 2 Plecos, these Sultans, and then the 397s. And can't forget about the zebra Plecos. So lots of cool stuff happening here in the fish room. I appreciate everybody stopping by and watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them down below. Hit the like button or the thumbs up button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And until the next one, folks, thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you all later.